The sun begins to dip as the party awakens in the grassy clearing between the broken walls of Greymorn Citadel. Bedrolls surround a small fire, and a tent supported by the cart is pulled down by Nuvis and Wish. They are packing up, and they are planning to head on out without you guys.
Are they taking the cart?
No, it's your guys' cart. They just built their tent off it, to get a bit more space. But you all awaken and you feel a little bit... Everyone except for Alika feels a little bit stronger. And Alika also feels a little bit stronger, but he just feels so shitty that he's weaker than he would be if he was one level shorter but fully rested. But yeah, you all level up to level 5.
Yeah.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
I think I want to talk to them. I want to go up and ask, you're heading out right away for Karnak?
Nuvis will respond, yes, since we're so close already. Just need to travel through the Dayhome Forest and then a little bit through the fog. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, Alika does not look any better from his night of rest. The full long rest combined with the withdrawal from his overdrive potion cancel out, so
I forgot about that.
your exhaustion doesn't get any better or worse. So you're saved from level 3 exhaustion, but you're still at level 2.
I've had this exhaustion for... It's been like 6 sessions. Okay. I'm still a bit blurry-eyed and...
Half movement speed.
I just want to ask why it seems they're such in a rush to get to Karnak.
There was a schedule for the merchant we're seeing, and it's imminent.
Would that merchant be Eshadon? What merchant works out of Karnak?
Nuvis is going to look at Wish. Wish is going to kind of give her a little scowl.
Yeah.
Nuvis is going to shrug at you.
Leah's not annoyed, but I'm annoyed. Grow a brain, Nuvis. Oh my god. Even after what we saw in the catacombs, you're just going to run off. It changes nothing for you that Elendil's body is being used.
We will be back. Eventually.
That doesn't answer the question, though. That was my whole purpose in coming here, was to find his body and bury him.
Wish is going to cut in. Well, you go do that then.
Leah's going to look at Wish and be like, I'm not talking to you.
No, she's putting the foot down.
I'm talking to Nupersar's daughter.
We have a deadline to meet. You're not going to get anything done while we're gone anyways.
That's nothing to do... That's not my question.
Too cerebral of a question for her.
I didn't realize Nuvis was so dim.
Negative intelligence.
Yeah.
Well, I guess after when I asked her about her dad, risk of his occupation, that's all she had to say about it. Okay.
What is she, nerve stapled?
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm done talking to them. I'll go sit down with Alika and try to wake him up a little bit more.
Alec has actually been awake for like the last few minutes, but he's convinced that he's not actually awake.
He's like lucid dreaming.
It's all dark. The sun is setting. It'd be so easy to just lay his head back down in that bedroll and...
So exhausted and tired, but he can't sleep anymore. So he'll get up and ask what's going on.
What's Barrick up to?
Yeah, what is Barrick up to?
Putting away bedding and whatnot. But his usual morning routine of like a mental checklist of making sure everything is in the backpack
That's
and
what I
where it
was
is
thinking.
tied properly.
Gotta like maximize bag efficiency.
You've got all these new things. You got to find room for them, a special place, their new home.
Trying to fit the charms to fit in beside the battering ram and the bed sheets.
And what's Callow up to?
Oh yes, Callow. Callow is rolling up his roll and leaning on the cart.
Okay.
Like a cowboy.
Does he have one boot up on the wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to answer Alika's question, we have a lot of options as to where we go next. The option to see what's happening at Karnak Estate.
Are Wish and Nuvis coming with us?
Yeah, they're headed to Karnak estate for some merchant or something. They did say that they would be meeting us at the Shrine of Rest in 7 days.
7 days is a long time. We could get a lot done.
So we need some votes here on where you guys will go. It sounds
Alright.
like there's
There's
following
a-
Wishin Nuvis to Karnak estate.
Let's see an Eshadon.
There's heading to Tetlamat, maybe checking out the fish people.
Deep, deep.
Deep,
Deep,
deep.
deep.
Or branching off from Tetlamat and heading to Warseed.
She's going to try to track down Vivin. I don't think Alika would want to go after Vivin over Elendel and Elsa. Just because we finally got a clue to Elendel, like right in our face. And who knows what going to Warseed Fortress would do. We might miss our deadline for Elendel. And that would be bad. I'd feel really awful if that happened. I don't remember specifically what we had on Elsa, but I think we had tracked...
Graham had said that he sold some daggers to some young ladies who were going out across the lake or whatever. Then Ilyana's daughter was friends with Elsa, and they were like on to something like activists or something. And
Like
they were
activists or
out
something.
doing shit.
When we found Graham marked blades, they were in around with a bunch of skeletons and such inside the mine.
The
Neferu
Neferu
mines.
mines.
Another option I forgot is checking out the shrine, since it's right next door to Greymorn Citadel, and you don't know what it's all about there. That's another option to check out.
Did we have Graham working on anything for us?
Actually,
I think he was working on a weapon
he
for
had a
me.
weapon, and it was ready for you, but you forgot to ask him about it before you left.
Oh, because I left in a hurry. And then
You actually were waiting around for like an hour for a potion to be brewed for you, but you never thought about it in that time. Your weakened, tired state,
Oh,
you just
right,
sat
yeah.
around waiting, probably dozing off, and then you got your coffee and you ran off because you were so late to meet up with everyone who had
Honestly,
left.
that's literally me.
Character-wise, once I pass the glittering spire, I'm probably gonna turn 90 degrees and start walking towards it after seeing shiny. So
I so don't want to climb it right now.
You don't have to climb it. Don't worry.
I'm gonna die.
We'll have to go to the shrine anyway later.
Yeah, I'm okay striking that one off the list until later.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Leah's ready to have that confrontation right away anyway, so.
So I vote we go to town, get an Alika weapon, grab Tater's Precious, go grab, whatchamacallit, the enchanted construction tools
From Tetlamat.
from Tetlamat. And while we're at Tetlamat and we have the Taters, pay off the gatekeeper, find out what the hell's going on with the fish people in the deep deep.
Another thing, Keita the guard told you guys that the fishmen's base was near Ralu in the bridge ruin.
Bridge ruin would be like literally at the outpost.
The
because-
giant bridge that's all fallen apart.
Yeah, a bridge support way off in the desert. Also, the first time you guys heard of fishmen, Callow saw them coming from the basin down to the road, so
yeah.
they came from that direction.
What does Ardoy's sword look like again?
I don't believe it's a Graham-made blade.
No, it was from his father. Mm-hmm. Just so that we know what we're looking for.
A long sword with a ruby in the hilt.
Okay, so that's Barrick's vote is to go to Tetlamat and do Tetlamat things.
Yeah.
What about you, Alika?
I'm pretty comfortable going to Tetlamat. We were getting the magic tools for...
Usellies.
Usellies. These are stone-mason tools.
Yes,
Right,
because you
okay.
wanted to use them to help fortify
right.
Ralu Outpost more.
Well, I think that would be a good thing to get going before we go off on any long adventures.
If we find the tools, do we want to bring them back right away and then go somewhere else?
No, if we're already there, we might as well stay there, I think.
Okay.
We can come back after the deep deep.
The deep, deep.
I don't know how deep the deep is. We're gonna find out.
I mean, it's got two
Called the
deeps.
deep.
It's not the deep, it's the deep deep.
But it's also deep, deep relative to fishmen.
Yeah, the ocean's pretty deep. So maybe their conception of deep is deeper than our conception of deep. So
Maybe
their
they're
double
only-
deep is worse than our double deep.
So, are we going to stay here and continue another long rest? Because that would help Alika recover from some more exhaustion, and then it would give me a chance to change up my spells to get ready to go.
What kind of spells are you thinking of switching up to?
I want to get locate object.
Oh, that's a good
If
spell.
we're going to be looking for Mason's tools, I don't know how hard they are to find. And if we are going to be looking for Ardori's sword, try to clean up some of our missions. I also have like this massive list of 3rd level spells that I thought were fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you just unlocked those now.
I
so.
just got 2. So right now I have Mass Healing Word and Spirit Guardians. If we are going to a war zone, those are probably the best ones to have. But I can also... 2 of the spells that I can have at 3rd level are Remove Curse and Dispel Magic, and both of those can do fog things.
Ooh.
So he said that the Dispel... I already have Create or Destroy Water, which is a 1st level spell, which he said would help dissipate the fog, but that range is only 30 feet. Whereas Dispel Magic, which he said would do the same thing, it would dispel the fog, that works for 120 feet.
Nice.
And then there's Remove Curse, which he said would be able to relieve the fog madness. It wouldn't be able... Like, when they get to the point of a physiological affect, it wouldn't work anymore, but it helps with the fog madness.
Cool.
Okay.
So that helps if we think we're going to encounter fog. I also have Speak with Dead and Animate Dead.
That's cool.
And also Meld with Stone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She doesn't have all of those. She just could have them.
Yeah, so these are things that I can switch between.
Okay.
What were we saying?
In that case, what we could do is, Alika, you look like shit.
Thanks, Barrick.
Go back to bed.
I already got all the shuttling I needed.
Lay back down.
Okay, and I'm just gonna like slowly plank myself on the ground.
Okay, you guys are going for a second long rest. I guess that was just more of like a mid-nap wake up to say goodbye to Wish and Nuvis.
Yeah.
As Wish and Nuvis are heading out, I'm going to tell them 7 days, and we'll see you at the Shrine of Rest. Just like making sure.
Nuvis will nod. Wish will just turn.
Finger over her shoulder.
She won't be that harsh with it. She'll just ignore it.
And is Callow hanging out with us?
Yeah, Callow's at the cart.
So, Alika is going to try to shrug off the exhaustion.
A level of exhaustion.
Leah is going to be
Swapping spells.
I'm going to recruit Callow.
Recruit cow.
Little mini mission.
So, we have all these charms. I'm going to lay them out. And while everyone else doing things like resting and meditating and stuff, I'm going to study the shit out of these.
Ooh.
And with Callow's help as well. We have plenty of time to sit down and think about it. I also have a sage background, so that if there's anything I don't know about this, I can think of a location that might hold the knowledge. For
Oh my
example, it might
God.
have been like the book on runic symbols that I might be able to help associate with charms. Look at the symbols and such, see if I can puzzle out if there's any sort of like meaning or similarities. Yeah, I just want to
Okay, well, it's a long
see
list
if I
of
can
things.
learn about them.
I want to lay out my dagger with my little finger buddy
Ah, yes.
that I used next out while you're doing that.
So he can study
Awesome.
that one too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And he can do that, and I'll just hang out with my eggs and refresh my spells.
Alika's counting sheep.
The options for this, I guess, would be to either study all 20 briefly or to focus on a few more intently. And Callow's not going to be much help at all in this. He can maybe give you some assists. But yes, so I could either go over all 20 or we could have you just roll on the table and pick out a few to focus on.
I want to try to focus on some. That way we might be able to get more knowledge on it so that it won't be complete darkness as to potential capabilities.
I would say 1 per hour, 8 hours of rest, 8 rolls.
Ooh, okay. A 19.
A glowing blue stone.
Ooh.
Oh, what could you... It feels light, like a little blue cloud.
Blue stone. Light, like a cloud. Handy. 16.
An orange flower, masterfully crafted, fake, or it is real and kept alive somehow through magic.
Okay, I'll write, mystery flower, retained...
Luster.
Luster, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. 14.
A small yellow claw, like some sort of lizard hand.
Okay, small
How many fingies?
claw.
3 little fingies. Sharp little fingies. And it could be from a species you've read about, known for its corrosive bite.
Corrosive question mark lizard. Nice.
Just got a question mark
And-
pattern on its back.
And while I'm doing this, small banter with Callow and such, like, I remember reading about a lizard with a claw like this. Oh, what about number 4?
A tuft of white fur. You hold it close to Callow's head, and his hairs start to stand on end, reaching out for it.
It's like staticky.
Other than that, the fur is too nondescript to be able to say, like, oh, this is from a wampa. Could be from an old man's head, for all you know.
Okay. 6.
A green leaf. If you had to guess, you'd say that this leaf was grown on the same plant as the orange flower.
Ooh.
So they do seem related.
Well, we might be able to, like, combine them onto the same item for something.
Or they could be like a pair of items and they do something together. So many possibilities.
Orange flower connects to the
How many is that?
green
5?
leaf. I am
Yep.
at 5, yeah. Let's see, 11.
It is a golden coin with 3 holes punched out of it. Very sharp, fine lines. If you were from the year 2000, you might think it was made by a machine.
So it looks far
Perfect.
more like perfectly manufactured, essentially.
Yeah, more perfect than any coin you would ever hold.
Too perfect. Okay. Number 7 is an 8.
It is, again, related to the flower and
Yes.
the leaf. It looks like it's from all the same plant. It is a dandelion puff ball. Last one.
17.
Okay, that is a little ball of sharp wooden spikes.
Ooh.
And Callow's holding this one, and he does prick himself, and he drops it. But it doesn't break or anything like that. He just has to pick it up again a little more carefully. But it's very, very crude.
And sharp.
Yes, crude and sharp.
Okay.
And Callow does not like holding it.
Okay.
But neither do you, and that's why you made your assistant.
Well, I'll thank Calla for his assistance for studying these. Any remaining time, I'll simply contemplate different kind of ways we could potentially use these, or how these would attach to different equipment we already have in theory.
I'll just give you a list of all the other ones, might as well, just so we have them all, since it is something in your guys' possession.
Oh, okay.
So we have a silver bead, a curled mummified finger.
That's
That one has
mine.
been used already.
Mm.
A thick black scale, a tuft of brown fur, an empty glass sphere.
Like a Christmas ornament.
Are there any openings in that?
Nope.
Nope, perfectly closed.
A chunk of blue tree bark, a petrified snail shell, a square of leather,
What if it's human leather?
a sharp tooth, a smooth metal sphere, a 3-link chain, and the last one, a ball of sharp metal spikes. Even sharper than the ball of sharp wooden spikes. And that's all 20, as long as I didn't skip over something.
Yep, 20. Cool.
That is all of the charms that you guys scooped away from the Elven
Catacombs.
Catacomb.
All right. Alika shakes awake at some point.
You're waking up in the morning of the next day. Wish and Nuvis are long gone. Alika looks a little better. Not up perfect, but it's one less level of exhaustion. You think you're sitting at level 1 exhaustion now.
Okay.
One more rest ought to do it.
Alka's gonna get up and he's gonna do his morning stretches, and he feels better than he has in a few days.
You look around this, Leah is meditating and such and attending to eggs and such. And then you just see Callow bored as hell and Varric just like bumping little like random objects together, being like, does this snail go on this? Clunk, clunk, clunk.
He's trying to fit Legos together, but they're not working.
They're all made from different manufacturers.
Yeah.
So now you guys can for real pack up all your bedrolls, throw everything on the cart, and destination right now is just Ralu Outpost.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Did we bring horses with us with this cart?
You have your horse, Apple, Viv, and
Amber, I think. Alika named it Vivin, Barrack named it Amber, and Tauru named it Apple. But then Callow would have named it too, because he was the one using these horses in Amber Hall in the first place, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did have a name.
Maybe he just respects Tauru's
Cool.
opinion on it and calls her Apple too.
Yeah, he's not demanding enough to expect that his name would rise to the top of the list. Oh, I have Vivin Apple Dirt Kicker. Did Callow name it Dirt Kicker?
Might have.
I maybe just never ever said it to you guys and was waiting for you to ask, but then have forgotten.
We forget about Callow a lot too in the best of times. So we're like, oh, what's Callow doing? You're like, oh yes, Callow.
Why does he give the worst names? Dirt Kicker?
You just think everything Callow does is pathetic.
No.
Well, anyways, whatever your guy's horse pulls your guy's cart, and that is what you have there.
I mean, we had an entire adventure where we felt bad for Callow, and so we like deliberately stayed out of the way so he could have a moment, and he caught us in it.
It's like a filler anime episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of filler anime episodes, we better get something done here, or this whole hour is just gonna be us figuring out where we're going next. So,
We're on our way to Telemap, but we could stop off at Ralu.
and you guys wanted to pick up potatoes,
And also weapon.
and
From
your
Graham.
Yes.
Ram's weapon is completed.
It was a surprise.
Yeah, you told him to surprise you. So yeah, nothing's gonna happen on the road. You guys can,
Do we pass the glittering spire?
What if the monk shows up? That bastard.
Just on the other side of a dusty road, the dolphin
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
swims his way through land.
yeah, following the road, you would see the spires.
Do I see the glint on the spire?
How about you roll for it, B?
Early in the morning, is there a glint?
Barrack, gaze upon the glint.
There is a glint. It's not as big as you remembered it'd be.
It's a tiny glint.
The glint has maybe shrunk.
Shrunk. Why would it shrink?
You made it worse.
Now I'm more curious.
How do glints work?
So
Originally, it was reflecting off a lot of shiny treasure and tools and things, right? And there was a bunch of weapons made into a nest. But if it shrunk, then
Oi.
what?
Barrack, he's gonna contemplate the angle of the sun compared to potential shiny things on the spire. If that's what's causing a lesser glint to occur, or if something has changed since I last saw it. I guess if this is just a straight intelligence roll, it's an 11 for my contemplation.
Yeah, it could be any of your theories there. It's,
I was going to ask if Barrack was a flat earther.
It's like
Perception with my +7. Do I see the curvature of this planet?
But you're also a sage background.
I roll a 2. Oh no.
well, who's to say that this world isn't?
I'm not sure.
The world is not flat.
It depends on which world.
I'm pretty sure our listeners are smart
You
enough.
can-
Are you?
can never
You're
assume.
attacking part of the listenership.
I don't give a
There's at
shit.
least one person
We
who's...
we make content for non-flat earthers.
We make content for round earthers.
That is our target
Yeah.
market.
demographic.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So,
what's your plan?
Barrack gets distracted. His curiosity gets the best of... Gets...
Best.
God damn it. Player.exe is crashed. So, his curiosity is going to get the better of him, and he's going to be like, I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling lethal. I feel like I can take on the turkey that's on the spire.
Feeling lethal.
I want to start climbing. I'm heading towards the spire.
You woke up and chose violence this day.
Wait, Barrack hops off the cart and starts trucking the wrong direction. Who's driving right now? Does Callow drive the cart?
Callow is an excellent cart driver.
Not so much a
can't-
boat
You
drive.
can't sink the cart. Yeah, that's what I was
I'm not allowed near the horses. So it's not me.
Okay, Callow will pull the cart to a stop. Whoa!
That was...
Well, Alika was just honing his weapons on the cart, doing the whole whetstone thing. I don't know if he would have noticed you go running off, but with the woes and the nays, it'll startle him, and then I'll be like, Barrack, where are you going?
Chicken!
Chicken. Nemesis.
We'll let Cal look after the cart and we go with Barrick.
Okay.
Or we let Barrick have a solo adventure 20.5.
Callow will pull over and he will get out and head over.
Okay. Let's hope nothing comes along the road while we're running away.
Like dastardly dolphin monks.
Fuck that guy.
I don't even know his name.
Well, I don't think like anybody who's actually listening knows why we hate him so much. Because the reason we hate him came in like the prequel.
He was like one description in the opening episode, and that was him leaving.
Yeah.
But
That's why
everything.
you hate him. Only
No,
episode one.
no.
No, we
it was
already
before
didn't
that.
like him though.
It was because Callow like saved him but couldn't save the other guy when he was coming to Yuri's Inn. Callow saved the dude's life or something, and the dude didn't say a goddamn word. And we were like, that was fucking rude. We tried to talk to him and he just didn't even... And yeah, he never said a freaking word. He was completely ungrateful for Callow saving his stupid little life. And then he dives off like a stupid dolphin. Hate
Okay.
that guy.
Why does he even need the boat ride if he can just swim like a dolphin?
Just
So many enigmas with that, man.
Well, as everyone is approaching, a swoop
A swoop.
on Callow
What Callow?
swings right past him. Nothing happens. It doesn't attack him. Huge bird swooping real close to Callow and then back up.
That was a warning swoop. I'll be back.
Everyone, I guess, can reach the base of the pillar. Before that happens, another swoop on Barrick. Roll from you.
any specific hand?
Sleight of hand is what.
Sleight of hand.
Yes.
16.
Oh, what is your primary weapon?
That would have been my short bow.
Do you have a bladed weapon?
Bladed weapon would be short sword.
Okay, your short sword gets ripped out of its sheath on your belt or in one of your packs, wherever you keep it.
Probably hip or something.
Shucked right out of its sheath and up into the air.
It's stealing my sword.
Bird
It
like
steals the shinies. Think about how many swords are up there.
That's a lot of swords.
Let's go loot those swords. How tall is the spire?
The glint is 100 feet up. The spire is taller, but the glint isn't at the tippy top. It's
Okay.
near the top.
Barrick climbs.
I don't think I have the stats for what I made
That's the only
Alika
thing else.
roll 3 years ago.
Oh
Well,
my god.
on
that
the
was-
plus side, I have +9 acrobatics. I got this.
I don't want to be unfair by having a different climbing roll.
You know, I don't think it would matter much because I'm not going to be climbing this today, no matter how hard I try.
Oh yeah, and he's got like advantage on.
Yeah. If you say, oh, he made it up there so easily compared to Alika from last time, well, Alika can't climb shit and function very
Alright.
well.
So, Barrick is on a mission. He's going to use his cunning action, bonus action, to dash. Action surge, so that he can run or more climb again. And he has second story work, so climbing doesn't cost extra movement. My acrobatics, as I shimmy up, is a 12.
Up 12 total?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh my god. You were telling us, like, yeah, I have all these really high expertise stats, and my highest is
I
acrobatics.
rolled a 3! I will be able to climb 120 feet, so that's cool.
I'm gonna say the 12 is barely enough. Barrick's an expert climber. This thing, even with a 3 plus is 9. That's 9 points of skill right there.
You know, maybe some loose rocks, but he's able to save it.
So it doesn't look pretty as you're climbing up, but you get the job done. No one's like, oh, what an amazing climber. Callow's sitting there like, oh gosh, I feel like I could have done a better job than that.
I just did it super fast. Meow. That's my turn. I get up onto the top.
Oh,
Into the glittery area.
okay, you make it to the top, and there is a nest of blades, 3 eggs inside, and a very large, vulture-ish, hawkish-looking bird of unknown
Typage.
typage, plumage, and it looks at you and cocks its head and lets out a really deafening squawk.
Is this the same bird that's been swooping?
Well, it's not like these birds have invisibility, so you can see another bird
Swirling.
circling, swirling around the spire at about your level.
In my notes from session 1, I called this the Iron Nest.
Like one of us like peeked over, saw that there's a big bird up there, and just crawled back down, going like, nope.
That was me. I was really scared about getting tossed off the spire.
So Barrack and the bird are not within striking range of each other. So Alika's sitting this one out.
I can try to climb, but it's going to take me 5 rounds at best to get up there. But I can try. I'll try.
You don't necessarily have to come up here, because there's still a bird that's going to be like swooping at your equipment.
Yeah, remember the last time I tried to shoot a bow?
Now just like swing at it when it comes at you. Like
Okay.
hold it up and be like, come here.
I could try that, yeah. Although I had an epic fight with a turtle. He didn't have the aerial advantage.
Sometimes he did.
No, extra curious.
Leah doesn't believe in killing nature, especially. So
Are you against people stealing our shit? Because
Oh, yeah.
you could
that's
just
not.
be-
This
No,
is nature
no,
being
I'm not-
nature.
I'm not saying that. 'Cause that's
like you
fine.
can keep your stuff,
Yeah.
but killing nature for being nature is not okay in Leah's book.
Well, what's Barrack's plan? Is he trying to just take his short sword back and see what's what? Is he trying to steal lots of swords? Is he trying to kill the bird and get full access to the iron nest?
It depends on what I see, because it might be sitting on like a magic sword or something, and that's
Okay.
totally something that I would definitely be interested.
That'll be
in
a
stealing.
perception roll then to see if you can spot any beautiful swords in the mix.
Let's see if I roll more than a 3. There we go.
That's
A
more than a
19
3.
plus 7.
Dang.
26 perception.
Okay, with that high of a roll, I'm going to let you perceive deep into your own subconscious. Thinking all the way back to when a sword was described to you. A sword with a red ruby in its hilt
Oh, I knew
that you see protruding from the edge of this bird's nest. I'll also let you see the bird's pupils following your eyes to the sword and looking back at you. Ready to peck your hand as you reach to steal Ardoy's sword from the pile. You can also, with that roll, see 2 other blades of masterwork craft. We will roll for what size they are. We're going to roll dagger, short sword, long sword, great sword.
Great sword and great sword.
2
pair-
masterwork great swords.
It was from the same
cool.
dude who like dual wielded great swords.
Yeah, that dude had to have been dead. You're not gonna lift a great sword off someone. It was a joint effort too. They 2 trips with both of the birds holding onto the same sword. They're the foundation of this nest right now. In order to get those out, you're ripping like 8 other swords with them, like a game of Kerplunk.
Oh, it turned into...
You just dated us.
yeah.
Fucking Kerplunk
Like a game
reference.
of rock
Kerplunk.
jocks.
The structural integrity of this nest was built upon these 2 swords.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my intent then up here is going after the shiny sword.
Your short sword is also just barely worked into the nest, poking out quite far. It would be an easier grab.
I eyeball the bird.
He looks at me, and I look at him. He looks at
And-
me.
You know what Leah would do right now if she was up there? If she would reach her hand out to the bird and
Please,
leave
sir.
him with him.
May I
Let
have
me
the
pet your
sword?
ugly little neck.
Yeah.
But what Barrack's gonna do? And then, if Alika was up there, it would have just been whoosh, swinging right through its neck.
And then fallen off.
I remember these birds giving me a lot of grief.
Starting if I should do something crazy with my equipment here. But I might lose some of it.
Fishing rod bullshit.
I could. No, I'll just try to grab it then. Yeah. I'm going for it.
So this is a sleight of hand contest. Kind of like your hand reaching in and the bird trying to whack-a-mole it with its sharp beak.
8.
Oh, it got a 10.
Oh, no.
That it pecks at you. 5 damage.
It hurts.
Flesh-eating bite out of your arm. You might want to get that wound looked at when I'll jump out of you.
I'm distracting it with my fleshy meat arm. So I'll use a bonus action for another sleight of hand check.
Another contest.
I rolled a 2 that time, so 5.
Another 10. He gets another chunk out of you. 4 damage this time. Is that both your arms now with big vulture bites out of them?
Yep. So that's not working out.
This is something you can try infinitely since you're just contesting, but
Yeah.
the only limit is how much blood you've got pumping through your veins.
Again.
No one down at the bottom gonna...
Well, I didn't want to interrupt, but I was going to say, would we be starting to climb if we're going up? Because I'm cool going up.
I don't think you're gonna be able to make it up.
It's going to take me a very long time.
Very
It'll
long,
be
very
good.
disadvantage.
Is the other bird just swirling at the top, or is he coming down at us?
Because I've still got a fancy longsword he could try to grab.
Yeah, that's right. He should be...
And a hellbeard, but I don't think they like
He's gonna
hellbeards.
go for, with a sleight of hand off with Alika.
15.
He'll steal the longsword out of your sheath.
As he's flying away, can I throw my rope with a loop on it? Or lasso? Is it lasso?
I think it's
Lasso?
lasso. I think
That
it's
word,
lasso.
it, at some point with my rope.
That would be an improvised weapon. Plus dex, but your dex is nothing. So...
My dex is +1, excuse you.
Oh, really? I thought it was -1.
That's my strength.
Oh. Okay, then yeah, we'll do dex.
14.
Yeah, you
I rope it.
rope it.
Yeah!
Nice.
4 exclamation points in the notes. Heck yeah. First time I do anything cool. Okay,
You lassoed a vulture.
yeah. I'll try to just keep it grounded.
It's caught, so it's going to drop the sword to better its chances of escaping. I don't know what the escape would be on a...
Would Alika be able to come grab the other end of the rope and help?
Yep. What's the net?
I believe it has a DC 10.
Or 5 slashing damage. He doesn't do very much damage, so he's going to try the strength check to escape. He is roped, and you guys have him. So you're going to pull him down.
Yeah, and just hold him down.
That'll be a strength contest.
A big heave. 6.
I got 15.
And he got a 14. So Leah's brute strength
Yeah.
pulls down this bird.
Nice.
He can
Okay.
still attack you guys, though.
That's fine.
So are we back to Barrick?
Yeah, Barrick, now at the top, can go for his second grabs attempt.
He
2 swords in this pile that Barrick wants.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even
bits
needs.
the shit out of me.
I mean, once you've bled that much for something, you don't give up on
What,
it.
I take 9 damage?
I'm drawing my dagger. I'm gonna make it look like I'm about to grab the sword, and instead I'm gonna stab her in the face using my martial adept fainting attack.
Damn, just murdering this bird.
It's a
Well,
mom.
it's not like the bird won't murder
That's
you.
a 23.
That is a hit.
You're gonna make Leah adopt 3 more birds.
16 damage. Urgh.
Okay, this bird is going into fight or flight mode, and its nest is threatened. So it is going to get 2 attacks.
It's an enraged mother.
It is a beak and a talon. 17 to hit.
That does hit me. We're gonna kill each other. I'm so happy I did this not at level 1.
8 damage as it talons into you.
Ouch. If I remember it, you had really low HP at level 1 too, so that might have killed you just reaching
Yeah, this
for
would have
it.
killed me already. Alright.
Down on the base floor, you guys have a bird roped up.
Mhm.
It dropped the sword, and now you have it grounded. What is the plan to do with this bird? Stomp it to death?
No.
Let it go now
Well,
that it dropped the weapon?
Since Leah wants to non-violently resolve this situation, but my flaw is prone to violent solutions. I'll meet you in the middle, and I will go tie up the bird with the rope.
Yeah.
Like I will wrestle it down and hog tie it
Okay, well that'll be a grapple.
with its neck like up in its feet. Okay.
And if you can grapple it, then I'm gonna get see how well Alika knows his knots.
18?
That is, you definitely grapple it. Now for the knot. That would be more of an intelligence roll.
Can I help?
Yeah, you could tell me like how to tie a knot, but like you take
Yeah,
the
you
bunny and it goes around the tree.
Give him pointers. Sure, you can roll the other dice.
I'm gonna need it. I got a 4.
I was just going with if you could beat 10, that would
13.
be enough because it's just a bird. Okay.
Well, it's more. I hold it down while Leah does the actual knot tying.
Well, you're doing the knot tying, so Leah's just like, no, you missed a loop there. You go over the bunny's ears, then into his hole.
And it's going. Now I have to like redo it. Like,
He's on his back, tied up. He cannot attack or get away.
Nice.
okay. Solution found.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
This epic fight to the death.
100 feet away.
I stab. 13.
That's a hit. Everyone say goodbye to the birdie.
That is a 6 damage to the birdie. It might still be up.
No, that's its exact health. 22.
Oh.
woohoo!
Blood sprays out of this vulture's neck all over its eggs, and it collapses on top of them. Does it crack an egg? It does not.
This is a fucking nightmare.
So,
Killing a mom and having the blood spurt out all over their children.
I have successfully
They're just
defeated the
unborn
beast.
yet.
All of the swords, all of them, and tossing them down. But I'm going to warn everyone first so that they don't get stabbed by falling greatswords
We're
and
gonna
such.
skewer this bird we just tied up. We can move the bird.
And
We'll
I'll
move
shout-
the bird.
Dibs on the fancy one as it falls down as well.
Ardoy?
Artemis. He left anyway, it's fine.
We have no clue where he is. I think.
Yeah, we don't know where he went.
Nope.
Then I'm going to, because I'm not an absolute monster, I'm going to shuffle the corpse so that it's still warming up the eggs. And it'll be potential dinner for when they wake up. Let's see. We'll find out. I don't know.
Leah
We'll
wants
find
up
out.
there.
You don't know
You want
any
up
of this has
there?
happened.
Well, if he's throwing out the swords, I think I can kind of put two and two
Fair
together.
enough.
I want up there.
Okay, well, right now, a rain of blades is coming down as Derek dismantles this nest. You know, he pulls on a sword and it's stuck beneath another sword, so he has to pull that one out, chuck it over his shoulder, reach for another sword, wiggle it. Oh, it doesn't come out. That one doesn't come out. There's a loose one. It's like Jenga, kind of.
Ah,
Stop
Except
with the
a
games.
timeless game.
It's more like Kerplunk than Jenga. I didn't want to say it twice. Anyways, so yes, there is now any type of sword that you're looking for is on the ground all around this spire.
You know, I bet Graham would be really happy for all this scrap material.
But the birds need a nest.
It's a nest made out of sharp, pointy things.
And that's
Doesn't
what they
seem-
chose.
Doesn't seem like a very
And
safe
that's what
nest.
they chose.
So what's Leah want to do?
Guess you can't do nothing.
There you go. I saved the children from the blades. That's the that's the
the
story
narrative
I'm
we're
going
going
with. Yeah.
They're at the top right now, 3 eggs in a nest made of their mother's corpse.
Just your average. When you say it like that, it's so bad.
The other bird would be able to take care of the babies, right?
Brother bird.
Yeah. I don't know how birds work.
They were both
Yeah.
hanging out by the nest, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to release him then?
Well, not until they've done whatever they're doing with the swords.
Well, you guys can pick what you want from it, or take them all, load them into the cart, and give them to Graham to melt down.
I'll toss the rest of them on the cart, pack it up. I'll maybe enlist Callow to aid me.
Okay, start packing away swords. The 2 masterwork great swords and the ruby hilted one are of note, but other than
Yeah.
that, they're pretty nondescript.
If we don't use anything, we can just toss it to the outpost where we're like,
Yeah.
hey, look, we found weapons. See?
Yeah.
I'm sure at least some people would be like, that's a big sword. That's awesome. I can use my rope to help Leah up.
There's nothing Leah can do up there.
It's just the fate of this bird.
Yeah, that's all Leah's doing is just watching this bird while you guys deal with the swords.
Okay.
But what's your plan for him?
I'm going to release him when the swords are dealt with.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, the
yeah.
swords are packed away into the cart.
But which all swords?
All of them.
All of them. Literally, the whole
Jesus.
nest is just a. After I get down, I'm gonna grab the ruby longsword. Or does it like feel any different?
It does feel different, but not great. Doesn't feel good.
What?
Especially, you have like a visceral reaction. You don't like holding this sword at all.
This sword is weird. So I throw it on the cart.
It's fancy. It's got some, ruby there, and it's shiny.
I was thinking the great sword.
Yeah,
You can be the Great Sword Brothers.
that would be pretty
This is what I
fun.
hit.
But you wouldn't get your sneak attacks.
And it's really big.
It is big.
You don't need to decide right now.
Do I want a rapier or a big sword?
A great sword might be cool.
Ooh, I just thought. Okay, so there's all these charms.
Yeah, we could mess with those.
One of them is light like a cloud.
That could be interesting.
Okay,
You-
I want to attach the blue charm, like a cloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to attach that to a masterwork greatsword.
Okay, you can attach it. There's no obvious immediate effect.
Is it lighter?
No.
I'll try throwing the greatsword.
Yeah, you can throw it.
Damn, I was hoping it would make it lighter. But no,
that wouldn't have helped you with sneak attack, though.
not like the light property, but if it gave finesse. I want to take a swing with it.
Yeah, Barak steadies his feet, gets ready for one big chop with the sword, and everyone watching can see a long blue glowing light extend from the blade, twice as far as the length of the blade itself.
Huh.
And he's like, what can I combine in my backpack with this? So it's got like the reach property, effectively.
Or it can potentially hit more than one thing.
Ooh, cleaves are fun.
Yeah, hey, do you want a lightsaber greatsword?
I do want a lightsaber greatsword.
Take it.
Yeah.
I'll mark down that charm is being used on Masterwork Greatsword. And I will grab from the pile,
Can we unequip these? No,
Nope.
we can't. Okay. I mean, like, we have how many blades here? We could literally put one on everyone and see what they do.
but
but-
they might go on other things though.
But then,
too,
but then it might be better to save some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because these can go on magic weapons, so if you're wasting
Yeah.
it on a normal weapon, it's like,
Mhm.
oh.
And that's why I was like, Masterwork is pretty cool. If I were to put on a cooler weapon like a longbow, I only have a short bow. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna grab a rapier from the pool of items.
Oh, wait, and that's all you guys want to do with the weapons for now? They're in your cart, it's not like you're leaving them behind.
Yeah, we'll just take them to the outpost. So,
Releasing the bird?
Before I release it, I'm going to say I'm sorry. Please take care of them. And then release the bird.
How was your plan to release the bird?
Plan was to cut the rope and then hope he doesn't attack.
You cut the rope. Let's get a roll. What should that be?
Stealth?
Sure, yeah, you can sneak up on this bird.
7.
He's very aware of you cutting the ropes off of him. And he attacks you
Oh, no.
critically.
Oh, no.
14 damage. He claws at you as he unfurls his wings and takes to the skies. But, so yeah, everyone can load back into the cart full of blades and take off from the Spire, which is no longer glinting. And
Sad.
my curiosity is being sated. Well, sort of. Why the hell did that sword feel wrong? Mysteries.
And that's where we're gonna end the episode.